guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to be giving you the actual tea of what it's like to work at Alo Yoga. I always get a lot of questions whenever I tell people that I work there because Alo has been such a hot trend recently, or at least for the past couple of years. So I'm going to go through my experience of what it was like working there. I worked there for about 6 months in one of the locations in Pennsylvania. I don't want to name the exact one. I mean, if you really wanted to figure it out, I'm sure that you could, but I do have my notes with me, so if you see me looking down, it's me looking at my notes. I feel like this will help me stay more structured and get through my videos a little bit faster because I am obviously very chatty, so let's get into it. The first question that anybody would ask me after I told them I worked there was, do you get free clothes? And yes, you do. You do get free clothes. You get a wardrobe. To this day, I don't know how often it's supposed to be because we were told so many different things, and that was honestly a consistent thing like with working there, at least at the location I was at, because we would hear multiple different things from different people and it was really confusing to stay up with. But to the best of my memory, we would get 2 bottoms, so it was either like a pair of sweatpants, leggings, shorts, or whatever, 2 bottoms, 3 tops, which was tank tops, bras, or t-shirts, and then 2 layer items, which was like a heavier, like a sweatshirt or a long sleeve. And it was always kind of frustrating because a lot of the shirts are cropped and most malls tend to be pretty chilly, and I wouldn't want 3 tops. And I don't mean to sound like high maintenance, I just wouldn't really reach for my tops because I was always freezing cold at work. So I would always use my long sleeves, and then we would also have comments made to us if we were repeating outfits too often, or if we were wearing the Accolade sets too often or a sweatshirt too often, and it was like, it's 15 degrees in the mall and it's also winter outside. I am cold, but I can't complain. We did get a really good wardrobe compared to other places. I feel like, I think it was 11 items total because you would get a pair of socks and like a hair piece too. And then after we opened, because I helped open the location that I was at, about 6 months after we opened, which was of course when I quit, they ended up giving us sneakers in our wardrobe. Well, not us because I wasn't there anymore, but they ended up giving the staff sneakers in their wardrobe right after I quit. And then this is going to lead into my next point with communication not being the best. We were told that we would get a tote bag with our wardrobe, and sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. I only got 2 wardrobes within the 6 months I was working there. Again, communication was confusing. So let me get on to my next point, which was the management and issues with communication. The general manager at the store location I was at was really cool. I honestly loved him. I loved him so much. I don't think we're on the best of terms anymore because I did quit, and I think he held that against me because I feel like we had more of a friendship than a working relationship, which was, fun. And maybe that's the problem, I never should have had a more of a friendship vibe with him. But there were a lot of things that we would hear that were not accurate. When we were getting our second wardrobe, we were supposed to get a jacket. We were all excited because we all wanted a jacket. Again, it was freezing cold when I worked at Alo. It was in the winter. And we had the other Pennsylvania location that was opening work with us for about 3.5 months because their location had been pushed back. The date was continuously pushed back. So they were just working with us as seasonal employees kind of, but they were also getting all their training for when their store opened. And the general manager for the other location had told the staff that I was a part of for my location that you guys are supposed to get a jacket. And we were like, what do you mean we're supposed to get a jacket? Nobody told us that. And she was like, yeah, you're supposed to get a jacket in your wardrobe. And I was like, well, I didn't get a jacket in my wardrobe and I want one. It's part of my job. It's part of the reason I took this job. Come on, let's be real. And we all had confronted our general manager and said, we're supposed to get a jacket. And he said, no, you're not. And I said, well, yes, we are. You can ask so-and-so, the other general manager that was training with us. And she confirmed it, and he had to give us our jackets, and he was not happy about it. And it confused me because Alo has the policy of giving the workers a wardrobe. You're only allowed to wear Alo when you work there. You're only allowed to wear Alo. So why are you trying to withhold merchandise from us when we're specifically supposed to be given it because it's the only thing we can wear? It was very strange to me how he would always do that. And then initially when we started working there, we heard that we got new wardrobes every 6 to 8 weeks. Obviously, everyone was excited because that's a lot of clothes. That's a lot of clothes, okay? Especially if you're getting 10, 11 items per wardrobe, that's a lot of stuff. And then we were told it was every quarter. And they were like, wait, you told us 6 to 8 weeks. Like, that's very different than what we were told when we started working there. And he would never give us an explanation. And it was just kind of frustrating because there were no people under the age of, I would say, like 20 working at the location I was at. So we were not like children, okay? Like, I know a lot of retail jobs have like younger kids in it, like high schoolers. Like, I worked in retail when I was in high school, and I understand like withholding communication from people who are a little bit younger because they're just gonna like trust you. Me, no. Like, I was like 24. I'm like, okay, like, what's the deal? Like, do I get a jacket or not? Like, don't like beat around the bush. Like, tell me if I'm getting a jacket or not. So that was definitely a little frustrating, but it wasn't the end of the world because thank God we had that other location that was there that was telling us everything that we were supposed to know. So my next point was there were a lot of team building and like co-working fun, maybe a little bit too much because we all started getting in trouble for talking too much to each other and just like interacting too much with each other, and we were having like a difficult time focusing. But like, honestly, like, I know anyone that has worked in retail knows, like, when you have those slow days where a lot of people aren't coming in, you're gonna talk to your coworkers and you're gonna start having like really great like friendships and relationships with these people. So it was kind of frustrating that they wanted us to be like super, you know, like friendly with each other and like get to know each other and everything. And then when we did, they were annoyed that we would spend time getting to know each other. And I understand we were on the clock, okay? I get it. But at the same time, a 2-minute conversation isn't going to kill the entire store. Just saying. But there were a lot of fun like exercises. Like, we would have meetings like after work sometimes where we would make it fun, and there were giveaways. We would win like skincare, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, like things like that. So it was fun. Overall it was fun. So my next point actually kind of ties into that one, is drama and stress. There was a lot of drama at my location, and sometimes it was really frustrating because, again, the communication was lacking. So we would be hearing 15 different things from every single team leader. And it was kind of odd because the ages in our team leaders ranged from 19 to 57. So there was a pretty big age gap within like the whole leadership little board they had. And that definitely showed, because we would get tea and drama from some of them, and then other ones would like refuse to talk to us about anything. And it was, again, I feel like that kind of just ties into communication, which was not the best. Like, to be just very transparent, it just was not the best. And some days I would come in and people were in such bad moods, and it would be so much drama and so annoying to deal with, because why am I clocking into my job and dealing with like petty stuff between completely grown adults that are over the age of 50? Why am I clocking in to work and dealing with like drama? It was just annoying to me. And I know it's hard to find workplaces with zero drama, but for a retail location that was very new and was typically pretty positive, the drama was annoying. Whatever. Okay. So a lot of people also asked me this. There is an amazing discount, and some items you have to wait until you have a discount on it, because it'll have to be in store for, I think it's like a month and a half or 2 months before you're allowed to use your employee discount on it, which I do not understand. But I guess to an extent, like, maybe they just don't want everything to sell out the minute they put it in store because all the workers want it. I don't know. But it was 50% off of everything, and I worked there around Christmas time, so it was really convenient. I bought 2 advent calendars for 50% off, so I really only paid for the price of one, and that was like all of my Christmas gifts that year. Like, everyone got like hooked up with Alo because it was so affordable for me to get like high volume of things for like low amounts. So that was really great. And also, I think every person in my family has a pair of Alo socks. They all got a pair of Alo socks. Like, I missed the discount so much. and I miss the wardrobes a lot. Like really, I just miss the clothes because like I was saying, that work environment was not the best. Oh my gosh, this is number 6. I don't know if I've been naming them, I can't remember. There are no security tags on the items, and what was explained to us in our HR training is they did not want security tags on the items because they did not want to cheapen the look of everything, and they didn't want to damage the garments. I'm pretty sure the security tags are like pretty small, and like the needles are pretty thin that go through the fabric. But what was frustrating is people would steal all the time because there's no security tags. Yes, there's cameras. The cameras are like 8K. This is not me telling you to go and steal from Alo, because I promise you they will have your face and your identity found within like an hour. If you steal, they will notice because the cameras are so good, but there are no security tags or everything. So people will come in and steal, and like I live in Pennsylvania, and there's some kind of law in Pennsylvania where you're not allowed to approach people that you think are stealing, and you're not allowed to confront people that you think are stealing. So people would just steal. And it was frustrating because management would blame us, and I would never really know what to say because I would be like, well, there's no security tags and we're not allowed to say anything. What do you want me to do? Like there was this one time, this girl came in with an IKEA tote bag, okay? And was standing there stealing. She was just shoving so much stuff into this bag, stealing. And what we were taught to do is if we see someone stealing is to overly service them. So this woman is shoving hundreds of dollars worth of clothes into this IKEA bag. And I'm standing there and I'm like, can I help you find anything? Can I help you grab something? I'm like, do you need help looking for anything? As she's literally robbing the store. And you know what? I did kind of get reprimanded afterwards. And I'm like, again, what do you want me to do? I can't do anything. I'm not legally allowed to do anything. And you guys won't do anything about it either. Except for there is like, it's a target thing. If you steal a certain amount of money or a certain amount of over whatever, they can prosecute you, and they will. Do not take this as a sign to steal from Alo, because you're going to play yourself. Okay? Trust me. That girl that did steal all that stuff, we had everything about her in 30 minutes. And the police were notified. And I don't know what happened after that because I quit, but I'm assuming nothing great. Okay, that was my last point. But overall, I really did enjoy working there. I had a lot of fun. I did work there. I wasn't a seasonal employee, but with the time that I ended up leaving, it kind of played off as like a seasonal employee. Like I started working there in August and I quit in January. So I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of great people. I still keep in touch with some of the people there. I worked there with one of my friends, and we had lived together at the time, so that was really fun. Like, it was just fun to have, like, that kind of dynamic, and the reason I worked there to begin with was because I am a social media manager, and I have, like, more work now, but at the time, like, I was working for myself, and I was really lonely, and I had the time to work out, like, another job, and I was like, you know what, like, I want to go back into service, like, I want to be around people again, like, I want to interact with people, and that was definitely one of my favorite takeaways from the job is just the social part of it, which I know is probably not the best thing to say, but honestly, like, it really did feed, like, that social need for me, and sometimes I really do miss it, because, again, like, we would have so much fun sometimes, like, it was just really the lack of communication that was a huge negative for me, but other than that, it was a really, 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 really great job. The incentives that you get are amazing, and I wouldn't necessarily say don't do it. Would I work there again? I probably would. Like, being honest, like, I was looking into the other location in Pennsylvania, and I was thinking about it because they did offer me a job because they knew me from the training and everything. So I would recommend it. I think it's fun. I believe that the communication is better at other stores, and it was just something that was individual to mine with, like, a lot of the issues they were having. But yeah, if you have ever worked at Alo, let me know your experience. If you've ever worked in retail and had a similar experience, let me know, because I'm interested to hear. I love the tea. I love the drama when it's not in the workplace. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will have all my socials linked below. If you want more style videos like this, let me know. I can make them. And I'm also going to have some other videos in a very similar style, putting me in a little bit of a time crunch because I will sit here and ramble forever. So if you want to see some of my shorter videos, I will be putting more of those out. And I think I have some vlogs that you could catch up on too. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.